The TSX basically finished the week where it started the week, though it did go out on a winning note. And there was a lot for investors to consider this week. Those impeachment inquiry hearings continue in Washington. Brexit back on the radar, along with a slew of earnings. And the earnings reports were really all over the place. The NASDAQ was the big winner this week, up by more than 1.5%. Bay Street now looking at a year-to-date gain of more than 14%. Disappointing earnings from Amazon, and the stock today did take a hit. Third quarter earnings worked out to $2.13 billion, with net income of $4.23 a share. That actually missed expectations. Revenue did surpass expectations, but the outlook was also disappointing. A few firms cut their price target on this stock. Now, the downdraft for Amazon coming from the costs involved in that one-day delivery service. While there was a big move to the upside in Amazon Web Services, an increase in revenue here of almost 35%. You might want to circle next Wednesday on your calendar. It starts with a Bank of Canada interest rate announcement, and no change is expected. A few hours later, we're going to hear from the U.S. Fed, and a cut is very likely on the table. The narrative from the Fed chair, though, will be very interesting. Everyone will be listening for what might happen next on interest rates. And the U.S. president has been quite critical of the Fed. He's been pleading for more cuts, with the U.S.-China trade deal still unresolved, although the two countries are scheduled to sign phase one of that deal next month. And a group of U.S. journalists is moving to stop the U.S. president from using the term
fake news.
They put out the fake news.
So how do you stop that guy in the Oval Office from confusing the American people with his incorrect use of the term fake news? You trademark it.
The Florida Pro chapter of the Society of Professional Journalists has decided to trademark the term. Now, every time it's used, the organization will send a cease and desist letter. The application is not likely to get approved, but the organization is moving forward anyway in an attempt to get people to think about how they use that term. From the 680 Business Center, I'm Chris McCusker.